Here's Wendy.
And ready to laugh. We can talk. Look, the weekend's here. The snow is on the way in my neighborhood, but we have a very entertaining show for you. Pink reveals how she won her man back. You're gonna love this story. Plus, have you heard about this wardrobe crackdown on Sunday's Grammy Awards? We can talk. And Coco and Ice T. Let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. Have a seat, everybody. I appreciate it. You're embarrassing me. Thank you. Thank you. I feel, all week I've been a little bit fluish, but I've been powering through. But this is the last day of the week, and I swear to you, all weekend I am going to be in the house. I'm sleeping in a guest room. I'm locking the door. The Kevins are gonna leave me alone. I'm gonna dose up on everything to get rid of this tickle. Like, my body is so achy, I feel 90 years old right now. And my eyes are so watery. No, I'm not crying, because I've got a show to deliver. But, and it's the perfect weekend to stay in the house, because it's supposed to snow in the tri-state area. We're getting 9 to 12 feet of snow. And, wait, feet? Inches. It's same difference as far as I'm concerned, because you know what? I'm staying in the house all weekend long, and I'm just gonna watch the world go by. And then on Sunday night, my weekend is gonna wind up with my glam squad coming over, Morel, Antoine, and Mimsor. And then my niece is gonna be over, and we're gonna watch the Grammys, and we're gonna be doing a live stream from my kitchen table. Yeah, the Ustream. At 7 o'clock. You can become a part of this by logging onto my Facebook page and Twitter page using the hashtag Wendy Red Carpet and join in on our conversation. Let me tell you about those three. Those three can be bitterly truthful. They are the key. Sometimes they can be cutting and mean. And when you throw me, and I'm making chicken livers, I love the chicken livers wrapped in bacon. That's what I'm gonna make for our snack. And then they requested my world famous bean dip. And then I'll also have like a box of Entenmann's chocolate chip cookies, the soft ones. And so we're only covering the red carpet, not the full Grammys, on account of, I gotta shift, go into the bedroom where, you prop up the pillows and get comfortable and watch the rest of the show. But the only problem is, in my kitchen at the table, I have 2 small TVs in our kitchen. They're like from 1988, and I treasure them so much because I am a child of the 70s. They're Sony Trinitron TVs. They're white. They're only like 18 inches, and they're really thick, and they hang off the wall in one of these old-fashioned bars. And I refuse to get rid of them, so we'll be sitting and squinting at the kitchen table on Sunday night watching the Grammys. Anyway. And then Monday we'll dish about the Grammy highlights. But back to the Grammys. Okay. So apparently there's going to be a scuttlebutt going on Sunday night. Us Weekly is reporting that Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood hate each other. I know, I was shocked at that too. Only because it doesn't look good for Taylor, since she's always trying to play so peaches and cream. It doesn't look good for you to be warring with anybody, even if you don't feel like you like somebody. Ironically though, it's Carrie who seems to be throwing the most darts. The Grammy executives have been ordered to keep the two apart. Carrie has admitted to Allure magazine that she's not close to Taylor. Carrie's nominated for 2 Grammys, including Best Country Song. and Taylor's nominated for 3, including Record of the Year, which I don't know about the other 2 nominations, but she should get Record of the Year for that We Will Never, Ever, Ever Get Back Together. I don't know who else is in the category, but whenever I know all the words to a song, that's the song that should win for me. Anyway, also at the Grammys, have you heard about the attire? Well, you know, I like to see just how much skin girls are willing to show. I mean, it might not be you to do that, and it wouldn't be our daughters, but you know, it's very entertaining to see the trampy look, you know. You know, and they're rock stars, and this is what they do. But apparently, a memo leaked from CBS. Didn't that show with didn't one of those Heaven shows come on CBS?
Yeah.
Touched by an Angel?
Touched by an Angel.
Okay. The Touched by an Angel network. Hi, CBS. CBS has warned, this is a leaked memo, the Grammy talents, specifically the women, to cover up, okay? No, I have examples, but I'm gonna tell you the rules, okay? They warned that thong costumes are problematic. They also don't want the ladies to expose fleshiness underneath their buttocks or underneath their boobs. You know how girls try to, you know, get that subtle wedge for the smile line of the bootay? They also tell the girls avoid wearing sheer clothes that expose female breast nipples. So man boobs are fine. The Grammys also have brought us some of the most memorable fashions, giving examples. They cited examples, cited examples, including our guest who's coming on today, Toni Braxton. Remember when she wore this dress? I mean, I tune in for entertainment. I don't mind that. No Doubt drummer, the drummer from No Doubt wore this. So if the girls have to cover up, do the guys have to cover up too? Do you remember when Pink wore this? Yeah? Well, there will be none of that this year. And of course, everybody remembers when Jennifer Lopez wore this. By a show of hands, do you think that the girls should be able to dress how they want, including little to nothing? Everybody. Almost everybody, except for that woman of a particular age in the front row in the pink. No, you're not having it, are you, girl? Yeah, they need to. Well, you know, what these girls don't understand is that there's a way to dress revealing without showing everything. You know, you have to become creative with it and have your stylist get creative. But if I was going to the Grammys and I was a rock star, I've already picked out the dress that I would wear anyway. And it was done by Rihanna, and here it is. Do we have it? Yep. Woo! That dress shows just about enough, but you have to squint to see the rest. And there's a way that you can wear it to this year's Grammys and pass the cut because you wear a long flesh-colored slip. And then when they stop you at the door, you pull it up and you say, I'm a lady, I have a slip on, right? I love that dress right there. Anyway, so it should be interesting to see how women dress, who defies it, because what are you gonna do? Throw them out? Throw them out? Well, we'll all find out together because the Grammy Awards air Sunday night at 8 p.m. on CBS. It pains me to tell you the following story, but it is my duty as the Hot Topics lady. Ice T and Coco. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this as being a wrap. Just based on what I read in the Star magazine, we did a little bit of research here, and we found out that Coco and Ice T had the very big fight. Remember this part, I'm catching you up to speed, after the racy photos that surfaced. This one in particular that I'm talking about is with the rapper AP9. Coco denied cheating with AP9, and Ice said that their marriage is stronger than ever. But now there's this disgusting 2-page expose, and it's pointing everything, including 10 guilty fingers, to Coco. Now, I'm gonna say alleged, because we don't know, but you'll have to pick up the Star and read yourself, but I'll try to explain. According to the Star, AP9 is coming forward with allegations. First of all, this guy wants publicity. You gotta read through the cracks for who AP9 is. A guy from the streets who wants a little shine. Okay. He's coming forward and saying that the allegations that he had sex with Coco are true, according to him. He said that they also had unprotected sex. And he hopes that Coco isn't pregnant. AP9 also has pictures of Coco naked. We are not able to show the pictures yet because the star said we can't show them until next week. Until next week. But I have to say, okay, there was this one picture of AP9 and Coco and everybody's dressed and it looks like they're in the club. And he's hugging Coco from the back. You know how you get booed up? Okay. And then the second picture, she has on a white sweater. And in the second picture, she has on the same white sweater. She's standing next to a bed, leaning down on the night table with the sweater on and booty out. I mean, the star had to censor the spot. AP9 says that he met Coco at the club and, you know, anyway, here's my thought. When I read this article, I was like, oh my gosh, Ice's street credibility is totally gone. Ice is one of those people, like some guys, like they can't get over it when guys punk them because you can't hold your girl down. You know what, I don't really see this marriage going, and I love their love, and how many times have I said that? But one of the reasons that I love their love is because I loved watching the reality show, and she would walk around like Sex Bomb, but she'd make them sandwiches, and you know, they loved each other, but now you know, there's implications, that there's a lot more to the story, and unfortunately my mind is now crowded with so much more that I'm just looking like, we have to get rid, you need to drop her back off on the corner where you found her, yeah, well, no, because now everybody's laughing at 55-year-old Ice T and 33-year-old Coco who've been married for 11 years. You see what I'm saying? But, or do this, Ice, how about this? How about Coco has to remove something, whether it's booty or boobs. Gotta remove something, gotta take out the white platinum hair and make it blonde, like, you know, like, and, you know, and then Coco won't be happy. And then every time you go to sleep, Coco, he's gonna be running your phone, seeing who you're calling. He's gonna hire PIs to follow you. It's just, this is just a cautionary tale. Sometimes too far is too far, and it looks like this one has run its course, in my opinion. That's all. That's all. Pay me to tell you that. All right, everyone is shocked about Pink and Cory Hart getting back together. Remember when they broke up years ago and then they got back together? And we really don't know that much about them, which is probably good. Well, now Pink talked to Redbook magazine about how she won Cory back, and you're gonna love this. Get out your tissues and be ready to cry. Pink flew to Vegas to perform at Cory's club. This is when they're broken up. She says, I wanted to see him. I looked hot. They had been broken up, by the way, for about 6 months at this point. I wanted to see him, and I looked hot. There was something about breaking up with someone. You just look hotter than you did before. I will never look as good as I did those 6 months after the breakup. But let me tell you what she did. Okay, so she got herself all hot. She went to perform. She wore Cory's favorite lingerie. She made, are you ready, a scrapbook about their lives together, including a photo of a baby and their, because they didn't have their baby yet, but a photo of a baby and their unsigned divorce papers. And then told him, you have this, the rest is up to you. And going back in my catalog of hot topics and nosiness, I never recall hearing during their breakup, during their split times, that she was dating somebody else or he was dating somebody else. See, if you ever want a chance to get back with somebody, if you've separated, and there's nothing wrong with separation. Sometimes separation is one of the healthiest things for particular relationships. But while you're separated, you can't dip it and do it with other people. You have to stay low, under the radar, and off hot topics. Anyway, Cory and Pink, I love your love. Have you seen the pictures of Honey Boo Boo's mom, June? Do you know that she lost 100 pounds in 1 year? And she didn't get any newfangled surgeries or anything. Mama June says that, you know, when they started filming the show, she weighed about 365 pounds. She says now she's down to 263 pounds. Now, I do see a difference. I do see a difference, and I also see that she loves feather t-shirts. She's got them in 2 different colors. Oh, Mama June. When June was asked how she dropped the weight, she says, she didn't change anything. She says, she isn't the type to have the surgery. She didn't take diet pills and she never wants to go to the gym. She says that the show keeps her active and that's how the weight dropped off. And then Mama June told In Touch Weekly magazine that, they don't want to live the Hollywood lifestyle, which I've already told you. They're just regular people. But she did tell them that they splurged. Are you ready for the cuteness? Okay, the family recently purchased a Ford Expedition and an above-ground pool. Bless their hearts. Okay. I love doing this show, but I can't wait for hiatus vacation because this is what I'm gonna be reading. Yes! Okay. Tommy Mottola has written this book about his life in the music industry and his marriage to Mariah Carey. I kind of want to start a Wendy's book club on this, but I don't want to make it so formal. But if you pick up the book and you want to read along and then Facebook me, sure. Look, in one chapter, Tommy writes that his marriage to Mariah was a massive mistake. Well, he says that he was inappropriate for having the relationship with Mariah. She was 20 years old and he was 40 when it began. He was also married with kids when it began. And he says that the marriage was always strained. They divorced in 1996. One of the comments in the book also was that as they're taking their vows up there in the church, he looks over and he sees his 13-year-old daughter crying, like, "Don't do it, Daddy," being comforted by her little brother. I know. Well, that marriage is over, but all the moving parts in between are between the pages of that book. And I gotta tell you something. I'm in. Definitely. So, keep clapping. We have a great show for you today, everybody. Chelsea Lately's hilarious comedian Heather McDonald is here. Plus, we're giving one lucky Wendy viewer a full head-to-toe makeover to look like one of her favorite celebrities, the sexy Eva Longoria. But up next, everybody, the fabulous Toni Braxton is here.